Alright, in this video we're going to go over the directions for part 2 of your CNC project. So part 2 is writing equations. So on the paper titled CNC Slope Project Equations, you must find the equation for each line segment that you have numbered in your hand-drawn sketch. So you're going to remember that each block on the graph is 0.125 inches, and equations are going to be written in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So if we look at our, I need to zoom out a little bit here, this is the paper where you're going to write your equations. It's titled Part 2 CNC Slope Project Equation Sheet. And if you see on the paper, I have written for you the slope formula because you might need to use this. So remember, slope is equal to the change in y over the change in x. So here that's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then after we write the equations, we're going to find the domain and the range for each segment, which is why it was very important that you found the coordinates of the beginning and end points for each segment on your sketch, because those coordinates are going to help us find the domain and the range. So, for domain, remember that's all of the possible x values for your function, and the range, or for your line, and the range is all of your possible y values. So we're going to write these, the domain and range, we're going to write them in interval notation. So when we're finding the domain for each line segment, we're going to find the smallest x value that's on the line. That's going to be less than or equal to x, because remember, domain are your x values, and that's going to be less than or equal to the biggest x value that's a part of the line segment. So this is telling us, it will tell us that every point on the line needs to be between the smallest x value and the biggest x value. So that's going to tell the machine when we transfer it into G code where to start and where to stop. And then same thing for the range. Range are your y values. So for your range, you're going to find the smallest y value on each line segment and the biggest y value on each line segment. And that is how you will write the range. So here let's look at number 1. So number 1 on your equation sheet is going to match up with whatever segment you have labeled as number 1 on your sketch. So here my line segment 1 is a vertical line. So when I'm going to write the equation of a vertical lines have the equation of x equals. So then I need to look at my line and figure out what is the x value for every single point on this line. And here I see that x is 0.375. So that's actually going to be my whole equation. So when you have a vertical line, I will write that here so you remember it. Your equation is just x equals whatever the x value is for every single point on that line. So you don't need to use the slope formula or anything like that when you have a vertical line. Now, to find the domain and range for line segment 1, since we have a vertical line, the only x value for this segment is x equals 0.375. We don't have a smallest and a biggest x value because x is only equal to 0.375. So that's going to be the domain. X equals 0.375. So when you have a vertical line, your equation and your domain are the same. Now we need to find the range. So remember, range are your y values. So we need to find the smallest y value. So we're going to go here. The smallest y value on this line is 0.25. So I'm going to say 0.25 is less than or equal to y, because we're talking about range, is less than or equal to 3.25, because that's the biggest y value on this line segment number 1. And now we've completed part 1, or sorry, number 1 on this part 2. So we found the equation of the segment, found the domain, found the range. All right, let's do number 2. So segment number 2, if we see here, is a horizontal line. So horizontal lines have the equation y equals. Because on a horizontal line, the y coordinate for every single point is the same. So here my equation, so I'm going to say I have a horizontal line. Again, you don't have to write this horizontal line part on your paper, these actual words. I'm just showing you this for the video example. Which means my equation is going to be y equals, and then I need to figure out every single point on this pink line segment looks to have a y value of 0.25. So that's my equation. Y equals 0.25. Now that we have our equation, we need to find our domain and range. So this equation is going to tell the machine where to cut. It's going to say, hey, cut a line that has this equation. And the domain and range, when we transfer into G-code and put it on the CNC machine, will tell the machine where to start and where to stop. So, very important that we get the correct domain and range. So for number 2, my domain, my x values, it looks like my smallest x value is 0.375, and my biggest x value is 1.125. So I'm going to say 0.375, so your minimum x value, is less than or equal to x, because we're talking about domain, is less than or equal to 1.125, because that is our biggest x value. For the range, for your y value of a horizontal line, it's going to be the same as the equation. So here y equals 0.25. Because this is the only y value that we have. Every single point on the pink line has a y value of 0.25. Alright, I'm not going to do number 3 with you guys, but we are going to, because it's just another vertical line, and we already went over how to do that. But I do want to look at number 4, because number 4 here is a diagonal line, and that's where you have a little bit more work to do. So, when you have this diagonal line, we need to write the equation of it in slope-intercept form, which means we need to actually find the slope and the y-intercept. So, the 2 points that I have for my line segment here for number 4, I'm going to write down the 2 points I have. So I have 1.375, 3.25, that's my first point. And then I have 1.75, 2.5. That's my second point. So, first I need to find the slope. So we're going to use the slope formula. Again, I'm going to label these x1, y1, x2, y2, just as a reminder to myself of what value I need to substitute where. So here, this is our slope formula. Remember, change in y over change in x. So the slope, m, is going to equal y2, which is 2.5, minus y1, which is 3.25, over x2, 1.75, minus x1, 1.375. And now I'm going to put this into my calculator. So here we go. On the top, we have 2.5 minus 3.25. So that gives me negative 0.75 in the numerator. And then on the bottom here in the denominator for our change in x, I'm going to do 1.75 minus 1.375 to get 0.375. And this is my slope. It's not a very nice number, but it is my slope. And we can double check. I got a negative slope. My line segment seems to go downhill from left to right, so that looks like it is good. Now we need to find the y-intercept. So remember to find the y-intercept. You do y equals mx plus b using, and then you pick one of the points on your line. I'm going to pick this one. I'm going to pick 1.75, 2.5. You can pick either one. So then, remember, this is my x value, this is my y value, and we have our slope. So you're going to substitute those values into your equation. I'm running out of room. I might have to move over here and do it. So if you need more room, you can always do it on an additional sheet of paper and then just attach it to the assignment. So I'm going to say y equals, well, maybe I can fit it over here. y is 2.5. So I'm going to say 2.5 is equal to our slope, which is negative 0.75 over 0.375, times our x value, which is 1.75, plus b. So now I need to solve for b. So I'm going to do negative 0.75 over 0.375 times 1.75. So here I would get 2, I'm going to kind of move over here, 0.5 equals negative 3.5 plus b. To find my b value, now I'm going to add 3.5 to both sides. So 2.5 plus 3.5 is 6. So I get that b is equal to 6. Which means my equation, which I'm turning sideways and write it here, is going to be y equals, we need our slope, so negative 0.75 over 0.375 plus our, we need to put an x next to that because y equals mx plus b, and b is 6. So here, this would be my equation for this segment number 4. Again, it's not the prettiest equation. It has some funky decimals in there. That's okay. That doesn't mean it's wrong just because you get decimals as your slope. Alright, now we need to find the domain and range for this line segment right here. We found the equation, we need to find the domain and range. So, for the domain, remember, that's all the possible x values. So you want to find your smallest x value, which is 1.375, and your biggest x value, which is 1.75. So we're going to say that 1.375 is less than or equal to x, because we're talking about domain, is less than or equal to 1.75. And now for the range, we're going to do the same thing, but with the y values. So here you need to be a little bit careful. Remember, the smallest y value comes first. So here my smallest y value is 2.5. So I'm going to say 2.5 is less than or equal to y, because we're talking about range, is less than or equal to 3.25, because that's my biggest y value on this orange line segment number 4. Alright, so we've gone over how to do the equation and domain and range of a vertical line, a horizontal line, and a diagonal line. So that is how you complete part 2. You would write the equation for every numbered line segment on your picture.